In this video, we're going to briefly go over some basic research information. When you're doing academic work, it's important to use quality sources. Your sources should be scholarly and peer-reviewed for most of your assignments in college. Scholarly means that the source was written by professionals in the field. Peer-reviewed means that the source was evaluated by other professionals in the field to make sure that the piece is up to standards. If you aren't sure whether your sources will need to be scholarly or peer-reviewed, please speak to your professor. Not every type of source will work for every kind of assignment. For example, a history book won't be helpful for a paper that only wants you to examine current events. When you are deciding what sources to use, consider the intended audience. Many websites, newspapers, and popular magazines are all geared to a general audience, but professional publications and academic journals are intended for scholars in the academic world. Most of your research at NGU will need academic journals, reference materials, and books unless otherwise specified. This infographic helps you determine whether a source is scholarly. If you found an article in our library database in a peer-reviewed journal, you really don't have to worry. If you did a quick Google search, then you're on shakier ground. So step 1, where did you find the source? Step 2, does the author have credentials and are they listed? Step 3, is the source written in an objective tone, even if it's trying to persuade you? Does it have a works cited or a bibliography? This material can be challenging. We have more helpful information if you go to ngu.libguides.com and click on the tab labeled Information Literacy on the left-hand side. Using the CRAP method to evaluate your sources can help you pick better materials. The C stands for currency. Is it timely and up to date? And that can be more important in some fields than others. The R is for relevance. Is it related to your topic and is it written on an appropriate level? For example, climate change articles have been written for children, but if that's your topic, those articles would not be appropriate for your research. The first A stands for authority. That's very similar to making sure your source is credible. Is the author qualified to write about the subject? The second A is for accuracy. Does the author support the information with evidence? Are there citations? Was the source peer-reviewed? Finally, the P stands for purpose. Why was this written? Is the author or authors upfront about their intentions, their point of view, or their bias? Finally, if you're new to evaluating sources, it can seem overwhelming at first. While you learn, here are some scholarly resources that you can feel good about using: books, journal and database articles, encyclopedias, dictionaries, and commentaries. Thank you.